recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to WCW Saturday Night. On the heels of last Wednesday's Clash of the Champions, we begin things here with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat taking on Mr. Hughes. And both of these men looking to get back on the winning track, as Steamboat lost a valiant effort against Ravishing Rick Rude for the NWA World title. And Mr. Hughes was on the losing side with Vader against Nikita Koloff and Sting. However, if you're Harley Race, you're still very happy that Luger's still world champion as Steamboat has an inside cradle and the kick out at one by Mr. Hughes. So if you're Harley Race, you're still very happy that even though you weren't in attendance, that Sid Vicious, I mean, he played a big part in that main event. He will be in action next against Nikita Koloff, as Harley Race just a couple weeks ago gave instruction to Sid Vicious to take out Nikita Koloff. And I think it's turning personal now. Nikita taking on Sid Vicious next. Our main event tonight will be Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes taking on Stunning Steve and Flying Brian, the Hollywood Blondes. A non-title matchup here tonight. Of course, the Hollywood Blondes with the victory this past Wednesday at the Clash. So a non-title match in our main event. Sunset Flip by Steamboat has Mr. Hughes pinned. Referee counts one. And the kick out at one by Hughes. So Lex Luger has defended that World Heavyweight Championship, and let's just call it what it is. We'll see him again in 30 days because he has not defended that world title more than he's had to. And he got by somehow by the skin of his teeth against the All-American this past Wednesday. By count, he got counted out. He lost the match. But Ron Simmons cannot win the title on the countout, and the big clothesline over the top rope goes Mr. Hughes. And Steamboat now climbing the top rope. What's he have in store here? Mr. Hughes on the outside. Ricky Steamboat on the top rope. Will we see the Dragon fly? The Dragon leaps and nails an axe handle down across the head of Mr. Hughes. It is curious to see where Ricky Steamboat will go, as he was the #1 contender to the NWA title, has a sleeper hold locked in on Mr. Hughes. Can Mr. Hughes escape? And Steamboat lets him out. Harley Race climbs the apron. The referee, he's distracting the referee. And Steamboat now having words with Harley Race, allowing Mr. Hughes to get back to his feet. And Hughes from behind with a backbreaker. And wow, the distraction of Harley Race has brought Mr. Hughes back into this contest. And a series of clotheslines by Mr. Hughes off the rope. Big clothesline takes down Steamboat. But no, Steamboat reverses the maneuver into a DDT. And Steamboat climbing the top rope. We're going to see the Dragon fly again. He's on the top rope. Hughes getting back to his feet. Dragon leaps in the crossbody off the top, hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And your winner, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, getting back on the winning track of things here on WCW Saturday Night. Let's take a look at some of the replays from earlier in the contest. And I'm curious the direction that Ricky Steamboat will go. He's still a top contender to the NWA and the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. But that loss to Ravishing Rick Rude may have sent him down the rankings a spot or two. We still don't know who will challenge Rick Rude for the NWA World title or Lex Luger for the WCW World title at next month's Super Brawl. So Steamboat's still hoping he has a shot at a world title. Fans, don't go away. Nikita Koloff will do battle next against Sid Vicious. That match is next. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Saturday Night. The Hollywood Blondes taking out Dustin Rhodes. And I am being told that Dustin will not be able to compete tonight, that match has now become a one-on-one match as Barry Windham will take on Stunning Steve Austin. But now we're in the ring. Big Sid Vicious, one of Harley's henchmen, doing battle with the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Nikita Koloff. This is a non-title matchup. But one would think if Nikita does not win this match, that perhaps Sid Vicious will be in line for a future U.S. title match. As Nikita trying to take down Sid. He's going to have his work cut out for him as Sid Vicious is a good 6 inches or so taller than Nikita, but Nikita has the fight of a champion. Both of these men were very busy this past week at the Clash. Nikita Koloff did his work in a match, legally. Sid Vicious did all of his work in the corner of the Total Package Lex Luger. And one could make an argument that Sid Vicious is the reason that Ron Simmons is not the World Heavyweight Champion. Because Ron Simmons had Lex Luger pinned and Sid Vicious distracted the referee. And that changed the entire momentum of the match. From there on out, Ron Simmons, he lost focus. I mean, let's just call it what it is. I mean, he is a veteran, but he made a mistake. Instead of staying on top of Luger and pinning him in the ring, he took the action to the outside. And while he tried to break up the 10 count, he slid in. All he had to do was exit the ring again, but he didn't leave himself enough time to do so. And got Luger counted out. And of course, the title stays with Luger. Sid had been ejected from the match by the time that happened, but the damage may have already been done as Sid going for a chokeslam on Nikita. Up and down goes Nikita. And Sid is going to take out Nikita. 1, 2, and no, a kick out by Nikita. The instruction by Harley Race to take out the number 3 contender, Nikita Koloff, and Sid is doing just that. And a big clothesline misses by Sid. This could be the opportunity that Nikita needs to get back into this match. Nikita now picking up Sid. Has him in a bear hug. Big Sid in the bear hug. Nikita squeezing Sid with everything he has. Is Sid gonna tap out? An elbow to the neck, another elbow, and Sid gets out of the bear hug, and Nikita's reeling. And a big clothesline by Sid takes down Nikita. And Sid Vicious back in control. Big boot to the head. Goes for the cover. Nikita's down. 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out by Nikita. Sid having words with the referee. He needs to stay on top of Nikita Koloff. If you give Nikita Koloff time, he will take advantage. And Sid now going back to work with a big knife edge chop. A punch to the midsection, another chop. Nikita down to one knee. Sid, a big right hand, or left hand, excuse me, runs, charges, and Nikita dumps Sid over the top rope. Now both men battling out on the floor. The referee has begun a count. And Nikita has Sid up. And a suplex slam. Down goes Sid Vicious. The U.S. champion in control. Has Sid, but Sid, with a big clothesline, takes down Nikita. And Sid throws Nikita into the guardrail. Picks him up and drapes him down across the guardrail head first. Nikita has been busted open. And Nikita's out. I think Nikita's knocked out. Sid throws Nikita into the turnbuckle, the ringside post. And Sid's going to win this match by countout. 10. And Sid Vicious has taken out Nikita Koloff as instructed by Harley Race. And this has made Harley's henchmen back to be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they were losing matches. This earlier tonight, Mr. Hughes went down to Ricky Steamboat. But this, a major victory by Harley Race's henchmen. And Nikita Koloff, the U.S. heavyweight champion, is down. He hasn't moved. He's still on the outside. He got thrown head first into the ringside guardrail, busted him open, and then Sid picked him up and threw him into the ring post. And there's your winner, Sid Vicious. Fans, Barry Windham versus Steve Austin is next. It was meant to be a tag team match, but the Hollywood Blondes took out Dustin Rhodes earlier tonight. And wait a second, Sid not done. Nikita hasn't moved. Nikita's still on the outside, and Sid, what is Sid doing? Sid is grabbing a chair. He is trying to hurt Nikita. Oh, and he nails Nikita with a chair. Another chair shot. The referee has to get in there. He needs to break this up. Sid now picks up Nikita. Kick to the mid. No. Not a powerbomb on the outside. Sid! Nikita's up and down to the mat goes Nikita! For crying out loud, fans! Our main event is next as Barry Windham takes on Stunning Steve. Don't go away. And welcome back to Saturday Night. Our main event here between the World Tag Team Champion Stunning Steve and the #1 contender Barry Windham. This was intended to be a 2-on-2 tag team match, a non-title match. As last week at the Clash of the Champions, the Hollywood Blondes defeated Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes. But earlier tonight, the Hollywood Blondes took out Dustin Rhodes and made this match a one-on-one match. Dustin's not even at ringside, so the injury must be serious. And Windham now in the ring against Stunning Steve, takes him down with a chop. Barry would like to win this match to keep the momentum for his tag team. They are still listed as the #1 contenders to the WCW World Tag Team Champions. As Windham goes for the cover on Austin, the referee counts 1 and the kick out at 1 by Stunning Steve. Flying Brian's at ringside. Keep your eye on Brian. It's not beneath him to interfere in matches. As Austin throws Windham into the turnbuckle, runs, charges knee to the midsection, and down goes Windham. And if you are just tuning in, Nikita Koloff got taken out by Sid Vicious. We hope to have an update on the status of Nikita Koloff's health next week here on Saturday Night. As Sid Vicious powerbombed Nikita Koloff on the concrete floor. I mean, again, there's padding on the floor, but that is not going to help the impact of a powerbomb. especially a 6'8" powerbomb like Sid Vicious. Stunning Steve goes for the cover on Windham 1, and the kick out at 1 by Barry Windham. Stunning Steve now working the arm, a smart move on the part of Stunning Steve, as that is the arm that Barry Windham uses for the lariat, and now Stunning Steve has Windham up and slams him down, now working the knees of Barry Windham. Oh, on a slam down. Austin picking up that 6'5" frame of Windham. 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out by Windham. Windham barely kicks out. Stunning Steve had him pinned. Windham trying to make a comeback. And Austin now in the corner. Windham throws Austin across the ring. And a big clothesline. Another clothesline. And a leaping clothesline takes down Stunning Steve. Windham in control. Now has Austin locked in the claw hold. The claw hold locked in on Stunning Steve. In the middle of the ring. Can Austin escape? And Windham lets him out of it. Picks up Austin. Throws him up and over the top rope. And a big right hand. Windham has Austin. And a belly-to-back suplex on the side of the ring. What a maneuver by Barry Windham. And into the ring goes Austin. Austin firing back against Windham. But Windham, with a double arm DDT, face plants Austin, hooks the leg. Referee position 1, 2, and 3. And your winner, Barry Windham. And Austin now getting back to his feet. Unhappy with the loss, but they need to regroup. They have an NWA World Tag Team title match at the Omni in Atlanta, and Pillman and Austin having words, and Pillman shoved by Austin. Oh man, the Hollywood Blondes, there might be some friction between these two men. Fans, we thank you for tuning in. We'll be back on Monday with Raw. Good night, everybody.